So let us start our session. So today we are going to start a new batch on Python programming. So it is a completely weekend batch. It is a completely weekend batch. This week demo will be there, and from next week onwards, we will be having the sessions from 7 p.m. So let us give introduction to this particular course and let us start. Yeah. So myself, Prakash Babu, having almost 15 plus years of experience as a trainer, and coming to this course, it is nothing but core and advanced Python. Both the core and advanced Python we are going to discuss here. So let me share you the syllabus, what we are going to cover, so that you will get some clarity. Then we will see in detail about the content. So here, uh, coming to the syllabus which we are going to discuss, it contains totally 7 modules will be there. Totally 7 modules will be there. In first module, we are going to discuss about fundamentals, which includes introduction to Python and what are the various softwares that are available to work with Python and how to install those softwares. All these things we are going to cover. Then features of a Python when compared with other programming languages, what benefits our Python is providing, like what are all the various features are there. So next and after that, fundamentals of Python, like how to write the code. So code snippets, in how many ways we can write Python program, that in detail pandas concept we are going to discuss. Next, you know that maximum in every programming languages, we have some basic language fundamentals will be there, by using which we can able to write the programs very flexibly. So before moving to the advanced concepts, so what are the topics that you need to learn? Not only in Python, if you take any programming languages, so keywords, identifiers, comments, and what are all the various data types are there in Python. Then typecasting, like how you can convert from one type of data into another type of data. Then base conversion functions. Base conversion means how to convert from one base to another base. What are all the various literals available, and IO statements like input output functions, then operators, priority of the operators. Next and after that, selection statements. Next, iterative statement. Selection statement means based on some condition, we are going to select either one or more statements. Such a type of things will comes under selection statements. Coming to iterative, it is called as a looping statements, and also transfer statements, by using which we can transfer the control from one place to another place. Inner loops, pattern programming, these are nothing but language fundamentals what we have. So after that, our Python internally provides some support for inbuilt data structure. In every programming language, already data structures will be there, but manually we have to implement. Like if you see in C++ and C language, so there are some standard template libraries are there. So we have to write code to implement everything, maybe stack or queue or linked list, anything. But here in Java, there is one collection framework is there, which will provide support for inbuilt data structures. Like that in Python, we have inbuilt data structures are there. So what are all the inbuilt data structures that we have? String data structure, list data structure is there. So tuple data structure is there. Next and after that, set data structure, dictionary. So by including all these concepts, around 50 programming exercises we are going to do. But all 50 I'm not going to explain. Few programs I will explain, and some programs I will give it as a assignment. Then in third module, we have functional programming is there. Like what is mean by function, how you can create a function in Python. So next, what are all the predefined functions which are available, how to create your own function, okay, how you can return a value. So what is a filter function, what is a map function, what is reduce function, like that. So next and after that, modules means what, how you can work with modules, okay, packages, what are all the various packages available, how to create our own package. Then with the help of that, we are going to see some mini projects also on a very simple basic thing, sir. I'm going to cover some two mini projects, sir. If you are clear with these three modules, then I will explain the remaining. Sir, do you have any questions on this? Anyone on these three modules in syllabus? If you are having any queries, please let me know. Any questions? Right. So next, coming to the fourth module, we have object oriented programming is there. So in this around we have some 40 to 50 topics are there, sir. So because of maybe if you are having some knowledge, then you can understand, but maximum beginners will be there, right? That's why I have not given any list here. So it is a completely oops concepts will be there. So through oops also we are going to cover some mini projects. And after this, in the next module, we are going to see advanced Python. Like in this advanced Python, we are going to discuss regular expressions. Okay. So we are going to see regular expressions. Regular expressions in the sense, especially we will use these regular expressions for validation purpose. How you are going to validate the code, and web scraping, how to collect the data from websites, exception handling, when the program is executing, how you are going to handle the errors which are occurring at runtime. For example, when you are writing a data to the database, when you are typing the data to push it into database, suddenly if keyboard failure happen, it is a runtime mistake. Then what you need to do? We have to wait for some 1 or 2 minutes and display a message saying there is some peripheral mismatch or peripheral is not functioning. Like that, if anything happens at runtime, even we too don't know what is going to be happen. In some cases, how you can handle that? For that, we should go for which one? Web scraping. Then exception handling. Okay. Next, multi-threading. Multi-threading is the very powerful tool. We can use this multi-threading to run multiple programs at a time. Then data storage, how you are going to store your data. For that, we have files are there. There are certain problems that we are facing in files. To overcome that problem, we will go for databases. So what problems will be there in databases also? So we are going for cloud storage. But of course, here we are limited to file handling and database handling. Along with that, we are going to cover one mini project also. This is nothing but sixth module. And in seventh module, sir, in Python, there are so many inbuilt. Okay, in Python, there are so many inbuilt predefined modules are there, sir. But as of now, which are required for our syllabus, we are going to cover. So what modules are there? OS module is there, time module is there, array module is there. string module, random module, math module, logging module. Okay, next regular expression module, threading module. Like I'm going to cover some modules related to this. This is nothing but the total syllabus which I'm going to explain, sir. So now if you are having any queries, please let me know. Do you have any queries up to this? Feel free to ask your queries. If you are unable to ask, you can use chat window also for communication purpose. And some students are asking, sir, are you going to provide the videos? Yes, definitely. Every session is being recorded. So you are going to get that recorded videos maximum by on the same day. Sir, clear everyone? Please confirm. Use chat window for communication purpose. Right. So today I'm going to start with some basic programming, sir. So some people can feel like, sir, to learn any programming language, we need some steps, okay, and we have to install some software. And whenever we are writing the code, we must follow certain rules and regulations, some opening bracket, closing bracket. These many things will be there. It is very hard to understand. So that's why to write any program, we must have the deeper knowledge in the programming. Then only we can write. Like that, some people may feel, but that is not the case, sir. Python is a very easy programming language. So the person who don't know anything about Python also, so they can understand this language. Sir, where is the proof for that? Today, completely we are going to see some sample programs through which you can understand whether the Python is easy or not. Okay. Sir, let us see the first program I'm going to discuss. I want to write a Python program. I want to write a Python program to display some welcome message, to display welcome message. Okay, to display welcome message on the screen. Sir, I want to write a Python program to display welcome message on the program, on the screen. I think this is the first program which we will practice in our previous programming languages. Like if you take C or C++ or Java, any programming language you can take, the first program which you are going to practice is nothing but how to print hello message on the screen. So same thing here I am going to write. Sir, how to do that? For this, the first step what you need to do is, of course, the editor which I am using here is Sublime Text. Like that, we have so many editors are there using which we can type the program. But here, for first few sessions, I am going to use this. Sir, go to File, click on New File. Just I selected a new file. And so I'm typing one simple word, sir, like print. It is a function, friends. Okay, print is a function which is existed in Python. What is the purpose of this print function? The name itself is giving very clear clarity, right? Whatever you are going to take within double quotations, that information will be printed on the screen. Now, what I'm going to do is within these, I'm going to print a message called so hello followed by good evening. Like this, I'm printing. That's all. Simple message I printed. Now, what is our next step? We have to save the program. Sir, how to save the program? Go to file, click on save. Go to file and click on save. You can choose any folder, sir. For example, I am selecting C drive. In C drive, there is one folder with name test. I am going to save this in test folder. What is a file name? File name I am giving as same test.py. Make sure that the extension of a Python file must be .py. Okay, so when you are saving, you can save in any location. You can save in any location. Sir, in my system, I selected C drive. In that C drive, there is one folder with the name test. So inside this folder, there are so many subfolders are there. I created a file with the name test. Dot extension must be what? Py. So .py indicates it is a Python file. .py indicates it is a Python file. Now I saved the program. Now what is the next step that we have to do? We need to execute the program. Okay. So again I am repeating how to type a Python program. You can choose any editor. Just type the program whatever you need to execute and save the program with any file name in any location, but make sure that the extension of that particular file must be .py, which indicates it is a Python file. Then if we are clear with this first part, sir, second part is how to execute. That part I will explain. Are you clear with this first part? Please confirm. Any questions from your end? Please acknowledge.
Yes, sir. It's clear.
Right. So what is the next step is, if you want to execute this program, you have to open command prompt. Okay, you have to open command prompt, and inside this command prompt, so you can see there is one folder which is already located like C colon users folder redpr like that. So we need to switch from this, because in which folder we saved the files? Test folder, but we are in different folder. How to move to test folder? Cd backslash. If I use, it will come out from the total. Then I want to enter into test folder. How to enter? Cd space, I'm giving test. Once if you press enter, you can see we entered into which folder? Test folder. Now we are ready to run the code. So what is the first step? After opening command prompt, move to the location where we saved our file. Sir, where I saved my Python file? In test folder. That's why I entered into test folder. Then how to run the program? So there is one command like py space test.py. So py means it is a command which is used to execute your Python file. So py space test.py, right? Immediately what will happen? It is going to execute that Python program, and whatever result it is going to be displayed, it will be displayed. Now you can see it is successfully printing a message saying hello, good evening. This is only our requirement, right? Like that we have. So I hope you understood the very first program, like how to print a simple message on the screen. What are the various things involved in this? I used only one function. What is that function? Print function. Even the person who don't know anything about Python, they can understand the meaning. So because print is the normal word which is used to display some message on the screen. I hope you are very clear with this. So if everyone is clear with this, then like this, few more programs I am going to demonstrate in today's session. Do you have any queries up to this? Please confirm.
Sir, one question I have. So, I mean, are we going to use the terminal learning or any IDE also we're going to use?
See, get good question actually. See, at very beginning to learn fundamentals, I'm going to use in these fundamentals and Python inbuilt data structures. For these two, I'm going to use this Sublime Text and Edit Plus tools for first two parts. Then in functional programming, object oriented programming, we are going to use different tools that we have. for PyCharm is there, okay, and even VS Code is there, okay, Jupyter Notebook is there. Like we have so many tools are there, we will use that. But at very beginning, we have to use this command prompt only. The reason for that is, if you are trying to execute any Python program in the command prompt, so you can see what is happening in the background. The error messages will be very clear, because Python is interpreted programming language. If there is any error in one line, so it is going to be displayed only that line. Further checking won't be done. If you take IDEs, it is going to give automatic suggestions, so that we will clear that particular instruction if there is any mistake in the instruction in the same line. But at a working style, it is okay. But while learning, you have to see what is that mistake, because from that only we can construct more. For that purpose, I am not going to use any IDE at the very beginning, sir. We will use only command prompts. Clear, sir?
Yes, sir.
Any other queries?
Sir, you have, I mean, I was just seeing the document which you have, which you were showing that you will be covering all the concept of loops, right?
Yes.
Okay,
See, there
so
are
that,
some main topics will be there, like a creation of classes, creation of objects, how a class will be linked with another class. Next, and after that, how to define the methods inside a class, how to access. So the total story is going to run beyond that only.
so you will be also covering polymorphism on other things also.
Yes, polymorphism, how polymorphism is going to work, abstraction, everything we are going to cover.
Okay, sir.
Any other questions?
No, I'm good, sir.
Right. So the next one which we are going to see, the next program, I want to write a Python program. I want to write a Python program. So to calculate addition of two numbers. I want to take two numbers from the user and I want to perform addition operation. See, for this, I have different versions are there. Let me cover version by version. In first version, what I am going to do is, I will read, I will take some static inputs in the program itself. I am going to give static inputs in the program. Static inputs in the sense what? Suppose if you take A is equal to 10, it is fixed. If I take B is equal to 20, it is fixed. Now I am taking C is equal to A plus B. Just I am adding the value of A with value of B. Whatever result I am getting, I will store that result in C. This is nothing but the first thing. So now I want to print the result. Sir, if you take within double quotations, it is always fixed content. But C value is going to change, right? That's why don't use double quotes. Sir, when we have to use double quotes, if you want to print any string related information, then only we have to use. Otherwise, directly we can. Now, I want to run this code, sir. Let us check. Sir, we know the command, right? Py space, I'm giving test.py. Just I'm executing the Python program. You can see what is the output that we are getting? 30. 30 as the output that we are getting. So because the inputs are already given in the program, so based on that static input only, it is calculating. So a simple program, a simple Python program to perform addition of two numbers, I have shown you. Do you have any queries, guys, in this program? Please let me know. Any queries? Right. So the next program, same program, sir. I want to use different version for this third program. What is a third program? Yeah, we can do in Notepad also. But here, why I am using this one is, you can see whenever you are typing the program, some syntax highlights will be there. For example, here you can see when I'm typing the program, you can see colors, indentation. There is one concept called indentation. See, if you take C language, C++, Java, we will use flower brackets to indicate a block of statements. But in Python, we don't have flower brackets. Everything will be covered under indentation. This indentation and all, if you want to display in a clear manner, then better to go with some good editors. So there are two famous editors which we will use regularly, three editors. One is nothing but Notepad plus plus, another one is a Sublime Text, so another one is nothing but Edit plus. Sometimes I'm going to use Atom editor also. You can see there is one editor with name Atom. So you can see some programs I explained in the last class, like Python program to implement a circular double linked list. You can see more clear cut syntax highlightation will be there. Colors also will be there. Indentation, we can put it in a proper manner. Like some extra benefits you are going to get. Other than that, nothing, sir. Okay. Now, so what is the next program? Third program. I want to write a Python program to calculate addition of two numbers. So I want to read two numbers dynamically from the user. From the user, I want to read two numbers, sir. Let us consider the first number in previous program we have given as a 10. It is the fixed value. Now I want to read from the user. Sir, how to read? We will take int of input for this. We will take int of input within brackets. I am giving, so enter a value. Like this I am giving, enter a value. Then after this immediately, so int of input within brackets, I'm giving enter, enter b value. Like this, I'm trying to read two inputs from the user. So after this, what we are doing? We are adding those two numbers like a plus b, and the result, whatever we got, I assigned it to C. That's all. Now, what this line is going to do? Let me explain at a very top level. It is reading one dynamic data from the user in every programming language, whether it is a Java or Python. So the data which you are accepting is always in the form of string only. By using this int function, I am converting that into integer, so that the result will be in which format? Integer format. So manually we are converting that. Now let us execute this code and check. So I'm typing py space test.py. So the first number which I'm giving is a 10. Second number which I'm giving is a 20. You can see result is 30. Suppose if I'm giving 11 and then 22, 33. So in our previous program, the input is always fixed, but here I'm changing. So based on my requirement, it is going to change. So such a type of things we can implement here. Okay, so this is nothing but how to implement a Python program to perform addition of two numbers, by using dynamic data. So hope you understood. So now please let me know any queries from your end. Everyone feeling comfortable up to this? Okay, good. So next program, sir, while writing in C language or Java, I have seen a program which includes not only printing only result, along with the input data we are printing. Along with the input data we are printing. How we can able to do that? Sir, the program is the same. What is a modification that I am going to do is, I will make it as a different version. Observe carefully. So Python program to calculate, so addition of two numbers, I am taking version 3, third version. So what is this version is? Sir, I am reading two numbers from the user. I am reading two numbers from the user. Inside this, one small modification I am taking. Sir, not only ABC, I mean not only C, I want to print ABC values also. How to do that? Very simple, sir. There is one powerful tool is there in Python. What is that tool is? Within double quotations, you can take like this. So first number, okay, first number, colon, where it is available, sir? Inside a variable called A, comma, second number. So where it is available, the second number? Inside B. And I am printing like result colon. Sir, I am printing C. What it is going to display? It will display the result value. Sir, whatever you have taken within flower bracket, whatever you have taken within flower bracket, during execution, that value is going to be displayed. During execution, that value is going to be displayed. But we have to do one small modification. What is that modification is, in front of this, just we need to take F. F stands for what? Formatted string. Remember, F stands for what? Formatted string. Like that we need to take. Let us run the program. Enter A value. Sir, 10. Enter B value, 30. Are you seeing first number is a 10, second number is a 30, result is 40. So automatically the values got substituted. The values got substituted when you are running the program. This is nothing but the special benefit which you are going to get. So I hope you understood the scenario, like how to display these values from the user. Okay. Any questions? Any questions? Right. So the next program which I am taking here is same in different version. I want to perform addition of two numbers only, but this time I am taking version 4. See, whatever result you have got, I want to store that result in a permanent storage device. That is nothing but file. Whatever you are giving during execution of the program, I want to capture that result. I want to capture that result and I want to store that result in a file. That is nothing but my requirement. Sir, how to do that? Very simple. So in other languages, it is very difficult. We have to open a file and you have to check the modes and n number of instructions we need to write. Sir, here also almost same thing we have to do, but one special advantage will be there. What is that advantage is, everything in a simpler format it will be there. For example, in this case, fp is equal to, fp means file pointer. I'm creating one file pointer which is going to open a file with name addition1. Addition1. So the extension of the file which I am giving is a txt. Means what? It is a text file. and I'm taking the mode as a W. Sir, W stands for what? Write mode. I'm trying to write the information I'm giving as a write mode. Then what we need to do? Sir, fp dot, we have to take one special function called write. Okay. Sir, inside write, what you need to do? This entire story is there, right? Now try to keep here. That's all. After this, it is mandatory to close the file. It is mandatory to close the file like that we have. So again, I am repeating, if you want to write any information to the file, what is the things that you need to do? First, we have to open a file, okay, in write mode, because in write mode, if you open, then only we can write the information to the file. Then fp.write off whatever information that you want to write, try to provide, and at last fp.close. Sir, now I want to run this code, sir. Let us see. I am giving, sir, triple one and triple two. So you can see we got result, like first number is a triple one, second number is a triple two, and result is a triple three, like that. But really we need to check whether this file got created or not. How to check? Sir, open and cross check whether that addition one .txt file got created or not. Yes. So you can see the result is perfectly written to the file, right? That is nothing but the beauty of Python. I am telling all this content like how much easy the code in Python. Sir, learning Python is very, very, very nursery level concept, sir. Okay. Whatever you are going to write, definitely it will be executed. And the non-programmers, the programmer who is not having, I mean, the student who is not having any idea about the previous programming languages, they can also learn this Python, because Python is very easy to understand. So mark my words, friends, at the ending also you are going to feel the same thing. So I hope you are very clear with this. So do you have any doubt in these first 5 programs, whatever I covered? Please confirm. Clear? Right. Let me talk about one more program, sir. What is the next program is, sir, I want to write a Python program. Okay, I want to write a Python program. So to read, okay, to read a number, to read a number from the user, to read a number from the user, and print, print, it's a factorial. It's a factorial. Sir, you know very well, if you want to write any program to calculate factorial of the given number, a big code we have to write, right? We need to take some initial value and we have to run a loop. Okay. So until the number is reached to n, up to 1 to n, so you need to take everything and you have to print. A big code we need to write. But in Python, sir, it is very easy. So what is the reason is, in Python, we have some inbuilt modules are there. I told several times. For example, if you take if you take n is equal to int of input, n is equal to int of input, enter n value. Like this, I am reading. Sir, I want to print factorial. Don't write any program to run a loop. Even by using loop also we can. But there is one module called math. In that module, there is one function with name factorial. Simply if you pass n, it will find out factorial for that number. But the problem is, if you want to work with this, okay, if you want to work with this, Sir, compulsory, we must import one module called math. If you want to work with this, compulsory we have to import one module called math. If I import, automatically it is going to work. Now let us cross check. I'm giving n value as a 5. You can see what is a 5 factorial, sir? 120. If I'm giving n value as a 1, what is 1 factorial? 1 only. Now observe friends, I'm giving 0. What is 0 factorial? 1. Sir, if I'm giving -5, what will happen? You can see it is raising one error saying your factorial function is not defined for negative values. Sir, your factorial function is defined only for positive numbers, but not for negative numbers. Like that, sir, you can't see these beautiful error messages in IDs. Okay, so here we can able to see what is happening, so that next time onwards we want to do that mistake. That is my intention to cover by using basic editors. I think someone asked the doubt at very beginning. I hope you are clear now with an example proof. So these are nothing but how you can find out or how you can use predefined libraries. Any questions, friends, from your side? Please confirm. Everyone feeling comfortable? Right. So with this, I'm going to stop today's demo session. So tomorrow also demo will be there. Tomorrow I'm going to start one concept called data types, and from next week onwards, we will have our regular classes. If you are having any queries, please let me know. Otherwise, you can leave. Clear, guys? Do you want me to ask anything? Sir, it is not regular class, weekend class. And make sure that till fundamentals, of course, these are the demo. That's why I have taken some 50 minutes like that. Once if our regular class started up to basic fundamentals, so the session will be for 1.5 hour, 2 hours like that. Once if the fundamental completed, it will be around 3 hours to 3.5 hours. So at 7 p.m. we are going to start. We will take up to 10 or sometime 10:30 also. Meanwhile, some half an hour break also I'm going to give. Okay. And the fees for this batch is 5,000. It is 7 weekends batch. Not from the beginning. I mean demos, after demos. Yeah, we are going to give course completion certificate after completion of this course. And there are some certifications are there for Python. If you want, you can go and register in online and you can get. Okay. Any other queries? No. We are not going to see major projects. Some small projects like mini projects, how you can able to do, I will demonstrate. Okay. No. We are not going to cover any web project, because what is the concept that we are covering is completely GUI, CUI, right? If there is any web development included, like Django framework or Flash framework, we are going to see web project. But here, console-based project only I will demonstrate. Okay. Any other queries from your end? Right, sir. So remaining things will be covered in the tomorrow's session. Okay. Thank you. You can leave the meeting now. Thank you, guys.
Sir, just one question.
Yeah.
So for how long this session will go? Like for every day? Like this will happen on only weekends, right? And so how long will
Yes,
it
sir.
go?
7 weekends, sir.
No, I mean, how much time on like Saturday and Sunday we are going to take?
Sir, 3 hours will be there, sir. 3 to 3.5 hours will be there. But at very beginning for fundamentals, I'm going to take 2 hours like that. Once if the
Okay.
fundamentals completed, so data structures concept is there. Let me show you the outline, sir. You will get some idea. See, fundamentals completely I'm going to take in a slower manner because you need to understand the concepts. Once if it is completed, these total Python inbuilt data structures are there, right? This I'm going to cover in one session by taking some 3 hours or 4 hours like that. So meanwhile, I'm going to give the breaks also. Then functional programming, 2 days. So object-oriented programming, majority of the topics will be covered here only. It will take more time. So advanced Python also more time. And data storage, 1 week. That means Saturday and Sunday. And the predefined modules also Saturday and Sunday. Majority of the time which we are going to spend is OOPS concepts, advanced Python, and functional programming. The remaining all are easy only, sir. Okay, clear? Yeah,
So,
right,
so,
guys.
so I mean, this is the way that we are going to teach us, right? I mean,
Yes,
the
sir.
way.
These are the content which I'm going to cover.
Okay.
Okay.
So any PPT or any notes you will be
Uh,
providing after every
yeah,
class?
I'm going to give the notes, sir. Running notes I will share. This total document I'm going to share via Google Drive.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, right, sir. Thank you. See you tomorrow.
Sure, sir. Thank you.